Welcome to the Mother May I podcast. Welcome to my podcast, y'all. I get so excited when it's podcast day because I love talking. And this podcast gives me a chance to run my damn mouth. So I'm here for it every week. Yes. Okay, so enough of that. Guess what we talking about today? Okay, so today, y'all, we are going to be talking about some things that you can do to create more sanity and peace of mind through motherhood because it gets real. And I, for one, understand the struggles of motherhood. I got 3 kids of my own. I have a 10-year-old. I have a 4-year-old. She'll be 5 in a few weeks. And I also have a 1-year-old. Okay, I get it. But in the midst of all the drama and craziness that goes along with motherhood, I wanted to do this podcast episode today around how do you find your peace when all the craziness seems to be going on around you in motherhood. So in today's episode, we are going to talk about why it is so important and so beneficial for you to create sanity within your home. And I'm going to share with you what I do to create sanity within my home. So first and foremost, when it comes to creating sanity in your home, you need to understand that this is not just about you. It's also about your kids. They need to have a household that is full of peace, not a whole bunch of chaos and craziness all the time, right? And so one of the things that for myself, for instance, right, one of the things that used to drive me crazy is not being able to find shoes, especially when I'm almost at the door. You know, you done did the brushing the teeth. They've had their breakfast. They done had all the things, right? You got all the checklists done. You're getting ready to get out the door and then they can't find the daggone shoes. Like, really? Why can't you find the shoe? And that stuff used to really take me there to the point where I was just like, we ain't coming. We ain't going no more. I can't find their shoes. I'm done, right? I would just shut down and be over with it, right? As soon as I realized that that was a trigger for me, one of the things that I did was I created a space within my home just for shoes. And the reason why I did that is because if we always know where our shoes are, that is half the battle, right? At least we know where the daggone shoes are. But I want to take it a step further than that, right? Just because they know where the shoes are, do they know, can they see them? Can they visually see them and get them at ease, right? So for instance, when I first started this, I put all the shoes in like a big bowl, like a big basket that I had around the house. I put all the shoes in the basket and was just like, listen, when y'all need y'all shoes, go in this basket and get your shoes out, right? But then they took forever trying to get through all the shoes because it was a big bucket of shoes, right? So then I was like, okay, that obviously did not work and that's still getting on my nerves. So then I dug a little deeper and I found that I could get like this bookshelf and I can stack the shoes up lengthwise. So when they come in the house, they know to put them right there. When they're getting ready to go out the door, they know to grab them from there. And they're always in their same exact spot all the time. Kind of like little cubbies. And when I did that, it slowed down my triggers because everybody knew where their stuff was. And so if I had done all the other things on my to-do list and we were getting ready to get out the door, shoes was not an issue for me anymore. Right? And so these are household systems. This is how you create systems within your household that support you and eliminating stress and maintaining your peace of mind, right? You find the things that trigger you and you create systems around those things so that you don't have to constantly be stressed about those things on a regular basis. Because remember, the idea is to create peace within your home, not just for yourself, but for your children. Because if you do it for everybody, then the home will flow a whole lot easier and it'll eliminate a whole lot of the negativity within the home. Also, one of the most beneficial things about this when it comes to children is you're teaching them independence. You're teaching them self-reliance and how to do things by themselves, which is also important for their development. As they're growing and becoming young people, they're going to have to learn to develop their independence. They're going to have to learn how to do things on their own. And one of the ways that you can support them in doing that is by showing them how to put their things away and grab them when they need them. Those are the important skill sets right now because these are the skill sets that they will eventually build on when they become teenagers up into adulthood. And then imagine if they bring these type of things into adulthood, imagine what kind of home they will live in when they become adults, right? Because you teach them how to know where their things are and where to find them Now they're more productive in their own lives as adults. Now they know how to manage their time a whole lot easier, right? Now these things have supported them in becoming healthier, well-rounded adults, which is what we want. In addition to that, these type of skills teach kids to learn how to respect themselves and respect their things, right? Because when you respect yourself, you take pride in how you look and how you carry yourself and the things that you have. So it's bigger than just telling them that they need to organize things. You're also teaching them valuable skills about themselves when you're teaching them to put things back where they found them, especially if it's something that belongs to them. That's important. They need to know to put things back where they found it, because this teaches them to love and care about themselves, value their own time. And like, these things are very, very important. And so we may look at them like they're small little habits or whatever, but it's much bigger than that. And I think the important thing that we can do as parents right now is just to teach them to honor the things that people have purchased for them or given them, by taking care of it and putting it back where you found it and keeping it nice and keeping it organized and as neat as they possibly can based on their development. So I'm going to give you guys 3 things that you can do to help improve your organization within your home so that you can find a little bit more sanity. Now, these tips are specifically for like kids' room, play areas, or any kind of area where the kids are, right? These are the 3 tips that I'm going to give you, and I'm pretty sure they will help you out a whole lot, right? The first tip I'm going to tell you is to color coordinate bookshelves and book areas. Anytime you have a book area with a whole bunch of books, most likely kids are not going to put them back on the shelves because they don't know where this one go, can't find this one, all the other stuff, right? But if you have a bookshelf where all the books go and they have to line them up based on their color, they're more likely to put them back in the correct order, and you're less likely to have a mess all over your home. The second tips I'm going to give you is the shoes. Always find an area for the shoes. And I'm telling you this from a sister who knows, okay, that struggle when you're trying to get out the door and trying to find them shoes. Create a system for the shoes. Literally, guys, like, you can use so many different types of ways, but you want to create an area for just the shoes where your child can easily access and grab their own things independently. The third thing I'm going to tell you is to create this consistent routine of teaching your children how to put their things back and keep their things in certain areas. This is going to eliminate you cleaning up all the time. It's also going to teach your child responsibility, and it's going to create more peace and flow within your home. You have to make this a routine, so this is not something that just pops up randomly. This needs to be something they know, recognize, understand, and can do independently, whether you are sick in bed and can't get up that day, or whether you are all about them and all into it and you having a good Mother Day. Whatever it is, they should still be able to create and maintain this same thing, because it'll be a routine. It's a routine. They know, they understand what to do. Okay, so that's it for today's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it, because I enjoyed it. And make sure you join the Motherhood Circle. It's a free Facebook group. You can find it. I'll put the link in the description. Thank you so much for tuning in. We're here every Wednesday, and I'll see y'all next week for another episode of the Mother May I podcast. Bye.